I grew up going to church, so I knew all about it. And I was in the youth band at this church as well. And then when I got into high school, that's when everything kind of took a turn, and I had different beliefs and had a different crowd around me. I then moved to New York, and that was a lonely time, and I had no friends or family around me, so I just felt super lonely and empty. I was dabbling into witchcraft, and I was setting intentions into crystals, depending on sage to take my stress away and get all the negative energy away from me. I was writing down, trying to learn how to put spells on people. I was very convinced that I was a witch, and I was worshiping the creation and not the creator. I was just going down the complete wrong path. Then one day, I just ended up praying to God and asking Him to give me the strength to leave, to move back to Mass, and to just go for it. And literally the next day, I ended up moving back home. When I moved back to Massachusetts, I felt like God was telling me to go back to church, and I ended up passing Christ Community Church, and I felt like God was telling me to go there, but I didn't want to. And then one day I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. So I ended up one Sunday going to Christ Community, and that was when I felt like I belonged here. And I just had this fire for the Lord, and to get closer to Him, and to really just give my life to Him. I remember repenting and turning away from everything I was doing before, repenting of all the witchcraft and all of the stuff that I did in the past. And I really felt the love of God. I felt like He was telling me that it's okay, like I forgive you. You are born again, you're new through my blood. He has changed my habits and my hobbies. Like I went from like putting my pain into like smoking weed every day and drinking, and just like going to clubs and partying. And instead of doing all that, I started to spend more time with God, and He convicts me to not do those things anymore. It just doesn't feel right to do them anymore. I would have to say the way I treat people as well has been a big change. I used to not look at people as God's children. I would just look at them as, like they're a bad person, or just judge people. But now I feel like God has helped me to be humble and to just see them as His children, and to not be quick to judge, but to just pray for them instead, and to be a lot more kind, to be more gentle, and not be so hard and have guards up all the time with people who He surrounds me with. I feel like He's cut out literally every single person that did not benefit my life. And He He put people in my life that know Him and love Him, and who inspire me and who lead me in the right direction. Honestly, that witchcraft gave me depression. It gave me depression, anxiety, because I had everything in my control. Like I felt like I had to have everything in my control, and I had to do all these things in order for things to work out in my life. And I don't know, it just made me feel exhausted all the time. But now that I have Jesus and I give everything to him, whenever I'm going through a hardship, I just give it to him and I just forget about it. I'm like, here you go, it's all yours. Thank you. Like, I'm not gonna take control of the situation. And then he just works it all out for me. And yeah, there's definitely a big difference because I feel a lot more at peace and more calm. And I still have anxiety here and there and depression here and there, but it's like once you give it to God, he takes care of it and he puts you at ease, like gives you rest.